Now on CoastTV News.
Scary details from an early morning hit and run in Georgetown. Budget breaks for the elderly, what you have to do to save this tax season. Troubling waters in Lewis, people who live in a development are demanding answers on why flooding issues haven't been resolved.
And how about a week of nothing but sunshine? Sounds too good to be true? Stick around for your forecast details.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Elisa Weber. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. Delaware State Police are currently investigating a fatal hit-and-run crash that happened in Georgetown on Saturday night around 10:12 p.m. on DuPont Boulevard. According to police, a silver Chevy Silverado failed to stop at a red light on Wilson Road and collided with a Chevy HHR. When the Silverado was spinning from the impact, a Dodge Ram collided with the truck. Officials say the Chevy HHR caught on fire shortly after the hit. The driver of the Chevy HHR was pronounced dead at the scene, and the driver of the Dodge Ram was not injured. Officials say the driver of the Silverado fled the scene. DuPont Boulevard at the intersection of Wilson Road was closed for about 3 hours while the scene was being investigated. Worcester County Fire Marshal investigated a fire in Stockton, Maryland that happened at 6 a.m. this morning. The Stockton and Girdle Tree Volunteer Fire Departments were called to a fire in the 800 block of Greeno Back Road. Crews found 2 camper trailers on fire. Officials say crews found an adult living inside of one of the trailers, who unfortunately did not survive their injuries from the fire. The fire marshal's office says the cause of the fire has not been determined. It is also unknown if working smoke alarms were in the camper at the time of the fire. In Berlin, crews are working to replace water meters in the green zone, also known as Zone 1. You can see a map on your screen of where the work is currently underway in the area. The town says people can expect work to begin at Zone 2 within the next 2 weeks. The zones have been assigned a number correspond with the order crews are expected to follow as installation progresses. And people are mad their yards are flooding and they feel like no one is listening to their complaints. Coast TV News reporter Charles Reiner spoke with people who live in Kindleton neighborhood who say enough is enough.
Some leftover water from this week's rain is still draining in the Kindleton neighborhood, and some of that water is sticking around in Frank Partica's lawn.
I mean, I understand that flat land, water's going to pool up and all wherever, and then it's going to percolate into the ground. But this water it's still there. It won't go away.
Partica says the water is a big hassle in his yard, and he sees it in other yards too.
Since we've had the rain the last couple of weeks, it's actually coming out of the wetlands area and onto my neighbor's 2 properties as well. And it's created sort of kind of like its own little pond there now. And nobody seems to care about it and wants to do anything with it.
That's raising concerns for everything from mosquitoes to bacteria. He says he's reached out multiple times to Lennar, the managers of the development, but nothing has been done to fix the problem. When Coast TV reached out to Lennar, the company said in a statement, quote, "Historic rainfall has saturated the ground across Sussex County, including the wetlands near some homes in Kindleton. Unfortunately, in this case, historic runoff combined with watering has exacerbated the issue. Lennar has cautioned homeowners against overwatering, and multiple independent agencies have inspected the area and provided similar guidance." End quote. But Partica does lay some blame on Lennar.
If it was properly graded, you wouldn't have these problems behind your property. Like that.
With no help coming and water still pooling, Partica just hopes he can keep his head and home above water.
It's kind of depressing and upsetting. We moved to Delaware to retire, and nothing's being done to correct the situation.
Until that happens, these yards will remain wet, soggy, and saturated, with homeowners just hoping that the tides will turn. No matter what the outcome of this topic is, people I spoke with in the neighborhood today said that they just want this issue to be resolved. I'm Charles Reiner in Lewis, Coast TV News.
Fenwick Island is trying to find ways to utilize green infrastructure. This relates to the environmental friendly site design and low impact development. The Residential Concerns Committee is gathering to discuss ways on how to use this type of infrastructure to mitigate flooding and help with drainage to benefit the environment. This meeting is slated for February 5th at 10 a.m. Marijuana businesses in Sussex County will be on the table this week. At the next county council meeting in Georgetown, Vince Robertson, Assistant County Attorney, will be holding a discussion and introduction of an ordinance related to establishments in the county. This meeting is set for February 6th at 10 a.m. And finding ways to improve pedestrian safety in Fenwick Island. This week, the town will meet to talk about safety on Route 1, particularly regarding at sidewalks and crosswalks. The town will also discuss traffic calming measures and signage to improve safety. This meeting is slated for February 6th at 2:30 p.m. The town of Selbyville will be discussing setting a tax rate this week. The town will also meet to talk about the consideration of the schedule of town fees. Also on the agenda, a discussion of the fiscal year 2025 budget. This meeting is set for 6 p.m. on Monday. Houthi rebels say they will meet escalation with escalation after the U.S. and U.K. carried out strikes on at least 30 Houthi targets in Yemen Saturday. The strikes mark a second straight day of major U.S. operations against Iran groups in the Middle East. CNN's Rick Demalia shows us the United States says it will take further action against Iranian-backed militias who have carried out attacks on U.S. troops in the Middle East.
The United States and UK report they've carried out strikes on dozens of Houthi targets in Yemen on Saturday, the second straight day of major U.S. operations against Iran-linked militias in the region. The Houthis say their attacks on global shipping are in response to Israel's war in Gaza and vowed the latest coalition strikes will not go unanswered.
The Yemeni armed forces affirm that the response to the Americans and British attacks is inevitable and that any new aggression will not remain unpunished.
National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan says the U.S. will take further action to deter attacks on U.S. troops in the Middle East.
The president was clear when he ordered them and when he conducted them that that was the beginning of our response and there will be more steps to come.
Those strikes came just one day after U.S. airstrikes in Iraq and Syria, which were launched in response to the 3 American soldiers killed in a drone attack in Jordan a week ago. But some prominent Republicans say those strikes are not enough.
But if you really want to make a difference, and you really want to put an end to this, which is what we all want to do, first you put the sanctions, then you go after 1 or 2 of the IRGC military leaders that are making these decisions.
We need to act to decimate the Iran central bank, the assets that they've held there. We need to lean on international banks to seize the assets of Iranian proxies. We need to put big-time pressure, maximum pressure on their oil exports. There's a lot that we could do to Iran to send a message instead of this appeasement strategy.
I'm Rick Damigella reporting.
Crunching the numbers, Delaware homeowners age 65 or over had the opportunity to apply for a tax credit this year that would help alleviate regular school property taxes. The program for seniors over the age of 65 gives them a financial break from school property taxes if they have paid their property tax bill in full by the end of the year and have lived in Delaware for at least 10 consecutive years. Ken and Ruth Behrens are on a budget and say any financial help means a lot.
I think it's great for seniors to have a discount because they can plan their budget for the year better, especially when they're on limited incomes.
The deadline for this credit for the upcoming tax year is April 30th. And coming up, why locals have mixed feelings over connecting Milford to Slaughter Beach.
Taking a live look. Listen, we're looking at something that's going to be happening for the next 7 days. Beautiful weather is on tap.
The world's #1 selling farm tractor. Easy to operate and more powerful than your average tractor. Mahindra tractors. Push more, pull more, lift more. With more torque and lower engine maintenance, Mahindra tractors are rugged and tough. We know how much you love your land. So we want you to love your tractor. Get your next Mahindra tractor today. Southern States of Milford, improving farming and improving life. Rooted since 1948.
Good night, girls.
Good night, Dad.
Come on, let's go. Are you ready to sew some carpet? And LVP. Okay, I'm ready. What about our clothes? Let's do it. We have tons of carpet that's really nice. We have cash and carry LVP, as low as $1.99.
I'll take both.
Maybe you girls are ready.
Wait, was that a dream?
Matt the Carpet Guy, a flooring of your dreams done right.
Well, right now we take a look at what's happening outside at this present time, and we're looking pretty good, actually, generally speaking. We anticipate that it's going to be one of those days where we're going to have to deal with some sunshine, and we're going to enjoy that. So we have our coastal flood advisory that's in effect for us in Sussex County and adjacent places. Now, right now in Rehoboth Beach, our Boardwalk Plaza camera, we're at 34 degrees. Winds are pushing out of the north. And we're expecting to stay at about 34, possibly waffling between 34 and 35 degrees pretty steadily throughout the night. So we have this coastal flood concern for us at this present time, and that's something we're going to keep a close eye on, even though we have high pressure and control of our weather and locked in for us. Temperatures right now, we're at 30 degrees in Milton, Greenwood, Seaford, as well as Georgetown, and 28 in Delmar. Now, about the same as we were 24 hours ago, so not much of a change thus far. 48 for the high, 46 is the normal high, so a couple of degrees warmer than that. And we're pretty close to the normal low of 28 degrees today, and 29 is the norm. So we're bouncing around in the mid to upper 40s and low 50s right now. So if we have a little more sunshine, we should get a little more warmth, right? It's going to take the warmth to kind of catch up with the sunshine that we're expecting. But it will be bright and sunny as early as tomorrow. 10 o'clock, we're looking at 40 degrees and bold, beautiful sunshine, staying sunny at 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock, and we remain clear by 7 o'clock. You see, temperatures start off in the 30s for Monday. Winds are coming out of the northeast. For Monday afternoon, we'll climb to the lower 40s. Now, Monday's in the books, sunshine. Tuesday, sunny, but winds pick up momentum here, by the way. 33 in Rehoboth at 5:30 in the morning, 33 also in Millsboro and in Selbyville. By the afternoon, we will climb to 39, near 40 degrees again. So a couple of days, temperatures near the 40-degree mark before we start getting the ball rolling and really warming up. You see, for tonight, we're looking at 29 degrees. It's going to be staying clear for us, but we'll see the freezing cold that's going to begin to kick in for us with the winds pushing primarily out of the north at about 5 miles per hour, mostly clear skies. So the clear skies and the relatively light winds and the fact that it's coming out of the north kind of adds layers of cool or chill in the air. Now, for tomorrow, we're expecting abundant sunshine. We will get a chance to warm into the 40s. The winds are going to shift ever so slightly out of the north-northeast at about 6 to 12 miles per hour with that abundance of sunshine. Now, the winds pick up a little more momentum on Tuesday. By the way, Tuesday, not quite as mild. Tuesday, we're only going to get up to about 41 degrees with scattered clouds in place. Now, those scattered clouds are going to arrive after we get past the afternoon hours going into the evening. Most of Monday and Tuesday is going to stay clear with lots of sunshine. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast. Reiterating the sunshine we're expecting on Monday, then we drop to below freezing at 29 degrees for Tuesday morning. We stay freezing or below freezing really for 3 mornings in a row. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning. This is Wednesday going into Thursday. Then after we do those 3 days, when we start warming up to 53, 55, and then we peak at 62 on Saturday.
There's going to be an important meeting at the Georgetown Hall about Sussex Sports Complex solar project. According to the town, this project is all about using solar panels to create clean energy at Murray Lane. The town wants to keep this project going. People can watch the meeting live online or join in through Zoom on February 21st at 6 p.m. The Planning Commission wants public input on this proposal. Later this month, the Delaware Center for the Inland Bays is holding a session for their winter lecture series. This session, called Get Hooked, Exploring Fishes in Delaware's Estuaries, features Dr. Aaron Carlisle and fishing expert Clark Evans. They'll discuss the importance of sharks and recreational fishing in Delaware. This event is available in person at the University of Delaware and online via Zoom. Seats are limited for this February 22nd lecture. Milford and Slaughter Beach are working together to connect the areas more easily so that visitors can enjoy what both communities have to offer. Walking and biking from Slaughter Beach to Milford can be very dangerous due to the traffic on Route 1, especially during the summer. Town and city officials are working to connect the areas through a bicycle and walking pathway. Back in May 2023, the two communities received a grant from the Federal Department of Transportation to support the project. The project is sparking some controversy among locals, but one regular Slaughter Beach visitor says a pathway is needed.
Safety is the most important thing because, who wants to ride a bike, along Route 1 now? You have cars cutting across the traffic and stuff like that. We've seen accidents, quite a few since we've been here, just in the last year and a half we've been here. And, you definitely want a place you can ride safely, especially if you have children with you,
The mayor of Slaughter Beach says the project would be a great way to highlight the hidden charms of Slaughter Beach and support the growing economy of Milford. Officials say the next stop in the process is hopefully receiving funds to actually build the path. And new in Berlin, a date has been set for the next presentation about the town's strategic plan. In January, the town held 2 different listening sessions for locals to share their opinions and ideas regarding the future of Berlin. These sessions were assisted by Salisbury University's Business, Economic, and Community Outreach Network, and the town aims to develop an action plan of projects and initiatives. The next presentation about the strategic plan will be at the Mayor and Council meeting at 7 p.m. on February 12th. Rehoboth Beach City Commissioners are seeking a policy and process that indicates how they can best respond to the comments and ideas from the Reach Out Rehoboth platform. This is a platform that allows people to share their thoughts, ideas, and questions. Commissioners are looking for the best ways to interact and act on those suggestions. The city will discuss opinions and look at how to proceed and develop comments process at the next Mayor and Commissioners Workshop meeting on February 5th at 9 a.m. And we have all things health, wealth, and lifestyle on Coast Life right before your evening news on Coast TV at 5. Here's a look at what's coming up tomorrow.
Coming up today at 4 on Coast Life. Worried about your eyesight? It could be all our screen time. We'll chat with the experts at Wink Vision about how to keep your eyes safe in a digital world. Plus, February is Heart Health Awareness Month. PB Healthcare is educating us on how to keep our hearts taken care of. And Monday is a great day for a laugh. We'll have another joke jar for you thanks to our friends at Kids Catch and Tide Pool Toys. All that and more today at 4 on Coast Life.
About 83% of homes have rodent activity. One of the most common signs is mouse droppings. Mice can leave up to 100 droppings every day. Don't mistake these droppings for chocolate sprinkles. What you don't see is more concerning. Mice also leave behind urine. A thorough inspection from a specialist is required to develop a treatment plan specific to your home.
Active Pest Solutions, your local pest experts.
For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Shift gears for success with the DSN Scholar Athlete Award, brought to you by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Each month we'll award a $1,000 scholarship to a Delmarva High School senior who excels in sports and in the classroom.
It's tapped home. Oh, what a hit!
They must have at least a B average or higher and a drive for good sportsmanship.
Nominate your champion today on the Features tab on DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
The DSN Scholar Athlete, driven by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
To crush you. That was fantastic!
I'm so jealous! For once, there's competition between the judges.
Let's see what your mentoring has done.
I actually got quite emotional.
Can you just shut up?
AGT Fantasy League, Monday on NBC and Peacock.
Take the DSN app with you wherever you go and never miss a game from your favorite local team. Whether you're on the road, stuck at the office, or out with friends and family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live, so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV, download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
In your health news tonight, they come in rainbow of colors, keeping up to 40 ounces of liquid colds. all while fitting in a car cup holder. There's no question Stanley and other brands of travel tumblers are the it thing to have right now. But they're also grabbing attention for another reason: fears those popular cups may contain lead. CNN's Mandy Gaither gets a doctor to weigh in on whether or not you need to worry about those cups.
Consumers have waited in long lines to snag one. One woman is even accused of stealing $2,500 worth of them. While the Stanley Cup craze continues, some are worried their favorite tumblers may contain lead.
I think anytime you hear that you'll be exposed to lead, you should be concerned.
A spokesperson for Stanley acknowledges that the material used to seal the vacuum insulation at the base of the cups does contain some lead, but says once sealed, this area is covered with a durable stainless steel layer, making it inaccessible to consumers, adding, "Rest assured that no lead is present on the surface of any Stanley product that comes into contact with the consumer, nor the contents of the product." While lead exposure is dangerous, especially to young children and those who are pregnant, Dr. Denise Milstein with Mayo Clinic says she doesn't think it's necessary to ditch your cups.
So if you are using these cups correctly and they are not broken in terms of their sealant, I don't think you need to be terribly concerned.
Milstein says many people use the cups to help encourage more water consumption, a healthy alternative to beverages like soda.
So I do want to encourage people to put this in context for their overall health, not just to be fearful of the potential lead exposure alone.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
I'll take a grande, no foam, triple cap, double pump vanilla latte with 3.5 ice cubes, slightly shaken, extra whip.
Yeah, that's going to be an upcharge.
Great! This one is on my Kasasa cashback checking account. Kasasa pays me cash back on everyday debit card purchases, plus refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. Go on, take back banking and treat yourself to monthly cash rewards.
Kasasa checking is proudly offered at County Bank.
Hi, this is Amber Brazier. Welcome to Brazier's Carpet Care. Drop off your rugs today or have us pick them up and let our state-of-the-art cleaning plant do the rest. Many methods are used to clean rugs, from air dusting to remove fine soil to soaking in our whirlpool. Hand-knotted rugs are carefully washed, rinsed with cold water and wrung out, followed by a trip through the centrifuge before entering our controlled temperature drying room. We also repair all types of rugs from braided to hand-knotted. Quality cleaning by people who care. That's Brazier's Carpet Care.
With all the choices of services around Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields, including Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, Active Pest Solutions, Delmarva Dave, and Buchanan Subaru. Visit DelmarvaExperts.com for various local professionals offering the best of Delmarva. Delmarva Experts, local experts right where you need them.
This is like our forever home. This was the last piece of the puzzle. Pinnacle concrete coating actually showed me this particular floor here, which is tidal wave. I was told, I'm done. I'm good. Just let's start. When it was done, I probably sat out there for 20 minutes and just staring at the product before I went back into the house. This is not a garage. This is an extension of my home. I'm just thrilled to death with this floor. We get a discount for being a veteran. It made you real warm and fuzzy knowing that you're dealing with somebody like that. You know, I'm just impressed with what they did. It was awesome.
93.5 The Beach.
The Department of Homeland Security is amping up its presence in Las Vegas ahead of the Super Bowl, including cracking down on counterfeit merchandise. Every year, Homeland Security investigators come across fake merchandise during the Super Bowl. Many buyers aren't aware they're purchasing counterfeit jerseys, hats, and even rings. HSI Special Agent Christopher Miller says the counterfeit products are not worth saving a few dollars.
Even though you want to save some money on that product, you're not sure about it. What you're not sure
about also is how it was produced, who's producing it. Was somebody being exploited during its manufacturing? Was it entering the United States legally? Are they avoiding tariffs and violating the customs laws of the United States? What is that item made out of? Is it dangerous for you as a consumer?
Preparations are underway around Lake Las Vegas to welcome the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers for the Super Bowl. The teams are set to arrive via charter planes early this evening, and they will call Lake Las Vegas home for the week. NBC's Kristen Drummond shows us how local businesses are welcoming the marketing.
Just have a lot of excitement coming from this, and this is going to be amazing.
Final preparations underway at Lake Las Vegas. From the village to the hotels, crews work to install an AFC Champions banner outside the Westin at Lake Las Vegas for the Kansas City Chiefs. A mile down the road, the Hilton Lake Las Vegas gets ready to welcome the 49ers, but arrangements extend beyond the hotel properties.
Pretty much no sleep the past 2 weeks as we're trying to get the ball rolling.
To bring a boost to businesses in the village at Lake Las Vegas, a typically quiet spot on Friday afternoons in this master planned community, more than 30 minutes from the Las Vegas Strip. But Xander Holm, the operations manager for the village, expects that to change next week.
It's definitely going to be, in my mind, going to be a huge boom, just in the sense that, you know, our name is going to be out there.
Are you encouraging fans, locals to come out to Lake Las Vegas while the teams are here?
Absolutely. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Visitors can park at the Hilton and stroll into the local shops. That includes Paris Salon. What are you anticipating for business next week?
We're ready. We are anticipating a lot of foot traffic here.
From not only customers, but possibly new clients. Are you hoping or anticipating maybe some of the wives and girlfriends of players may stop on?
Yes, we're ready to roll out the red carpet.
And they may utilize facilities, including the Lake Las Vegas Sports Club. Has the NFL talked with you about the teams or even the players potentially using your facility?
We have had a few calls on that.
The general manager making sure to accommodate the teams as they prepare for the big game.
Exciting news for the Camp Rehoboth Community Center. The center is inviting the public to an open house event after the Camp Rehoboth undergoes several major renovation projects, some including new light and sound systems, as well as new ceilings and carpeting. The center will host tours and light refreshments on February 15th from 4 to 6 p.m. for community members to see the new facelift. And have you ever wanted to work in the Indian River School District? Here's your chance to make some connections. The district will be holding a job fair on Tuesday, March 28th, for people to meet with school and district representatives about all Indian River School District employment opportunities. This event is free and open to the public and will last from 8 to 11 a.m. at Sussex Central High School. And do you know someone who is making the difference in the lives of students? While happening now in Seaford School District, nominations are being accepted for 3 different awards for professionals. Those include Teacher of the Year, Behavioral Health Professional of the Year, and Educational Support Professional of the Year. Students can pick up nomination forms at school or district office and submit now until the end of the month. And happening now, the Delaware Forest Service is seeking entries for its annual Labor Day poster contest. This is a contest designed to increase knowledge about trees and forest resources. Students have the opportunity to learn more about the role of trees in Delaware through their creations. This year's theme is Trees Are Terrific for Outdoor Adventures, which highlights the importance of getting outside and having fun outdoors. The contest is open to all kindergarten through 5th grade students, and posters will be accepted through March 22nd.
Looks like more sunshine is expected this week, but will we shake off the cold as well? The details coming up.
Draper Media presents the 2024 Job Fair, powered by Premier Staffing Solutions, on Saturday, February 24th from 10 to 2 in the Jason Building at Delaware Tech in Georgetown. Meet over 60 employers ready to hire entry-level to management, full-time, part-time, and seasonal. Plus, the Delaware Department of Labor on hand with resume help and job resources for persons with disabilities. See you at the Draper Media Job Fair on February 24th at Del Tech in Georgetown.
Bright yellow dandelions, a clear signal that the time for prevention is now, for crabgrass and clover are soon to follow. Hillside Lawn Service has been making lawns around the Chesapeake healthier and weed-free for over 30 years. They don't mow it, they grow it. Hillside certified agronomists test your soil, apply exactly what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Their high-efficiency formulas help protect our waterways. Switch to Hillside now and get $25 off their annual maintenance program. Call Hillside Lawn Service for your free assessment.
You can buy it on me. You can sing it on teeth. I got my eye on you. I got my eye on you. Go straight back to blackout. The devil you know, devil you don't. Ice cold, mechanical, artificial.
93.5, The Beach.
The game you know and love, Deal or No Deal, is back. But this time, it's Deal or No Deal Island. Hidden throughout this island are cases worth millions of dollars. They don't bite that hard.
Let's go!
You can trust me. Keep your friends close.
Enemies closer.
People are gonna throw their friends under the bus. Deal or No Deal?
Deal or No Deal Island, February 26th on NBC and Peacock.
You are truly amazing.
Of course, that's why he is on my dream team.
Are you ready?
That was fantastic!
I'm so jealous!
Even though you haven't got the best mentor, at least look, we're here.
Let's see what your mentoring has done.
I actually got quite emotional.
Can you just shut up?
AGT Fantasy League, Monday on NBC and Peacock.
Crowds of people made a splash for a good cause. Earlier today, the 33rd annual Polar Bear Plunge took place in Rehoboth Beach. This beloved event benefits Special Olympics Delaware, and it is one of the biggest fundraisers in the entire state. One participant told CoastTV how it felt to conquer that chilly water.
I have to tell you, it was amazing, and I really recommend everyone every year to come and do this because honestly, it was incredible. I've never done anything like this before.
Celebrating love in Berlin, the town has announced a Valentine's Day photo contest for the community to participate in. People are encouraged to post photos with someone or something they love somewhere in the town of Berlin. All you have to do is post the photo on Instagram or Facebook using the hashtag #LoveWinsInBerlin. Posted photos will be submitted into a drawing on February 14th, and some prizes include treats from local businesses and a spa session at a local spa and more.
We're actually growing a little more concerned about the possibility of some inundation that could happen in some isolated pockets. We're going to take a look at the latest updated watches and advisors that are active for our area. But for right now, Tidal Health Camera actually in Salisbury, we're holding at 30 degrees at this present time. Dew point temperature is 26. Winds are calm right now for the most part, but blowing out of the north. Now, we are expecting for it to continue to stay clear for the rest of the night. So by 12 o'clock, 29 degrees, and we're going to stay in the upper 20s until 1 to 2 o'clock, and then we may warm up just a skosh by 3 o'clock, pushing it up to 30 degrees. Okay, so now let's talk about this. We have some coastal flood advisories that's in effect for Monday morning. This is primarily between 3 and 9 o'clock in the morning. This goes along with the high tide that we're expecting during that time frame. Now, we've also had an additional area that's been added to that, a coastal flood advisory on the bay side for places like Nanticoke, Monty, Bucktown, but also this is for Dorchester, Somerset, and Wacomico. Now, this will stay in effect until Monday afternoon. So when we get the second tide that comes in a little bit higher. Then this has just been issued for us. It's a coastal flood statement, basically a watch out for the possibility of something happening, once again, connected with the tides. Ocean City, West Ocean City, Ocean Pines, everywhere that's near any kind of significant body of water. Here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Sunshine on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're going to stay dry, so we're not expecting any additional rain as far as that flooding is concerned. That's why we're leaning heavily on what's happening with the possibility of the tides. Now, this is a new feature on our map. This is called our yellow alert. It's not necessarily a first alert day, but it's letting you know weather's going to change dramatically next Monday. Not tomorrow, but next Monday. Elisa?
Thank you, Paul, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. We'll see you in just a few hours for Coast TV News today at 5 a.m. Have a great night.